Okay, Phil Riley, Chief Executive, Orion Media.
So tell me, how did you come about buying out 8 Midland stations?
Well, they were put up for sale by the previous company that owned them because they couldn't own all the stations in the Midlands that they had. They were told by the authorities they had to sell some. And I was in the market to buy some radio stations, and I found somebody to back me and support me, and we went and bought them. We were lucky enough that our bid was the best bid.
Obviously you had big plans for these stations. How did you know where to start?
Well, I've been in the business for 30 years running radio stations and spent a lot of my time here in the Midlands running radio stations, so I felt as though I knew the stations pretty well, and I knew the market pretty well, so I got a pretty good idea about what we could and couldn't do and how we could improve them.
One of your main aims is to make the stations more localised. How do you think you've achieved this?
Well, I think our goal was to just bring them, rather than make them more localised, it was just to bring them back to their roots and make them feel more attached to the areas that they serve. Whether that's making sure that the news that we do is proper, whether that's making sure that the traffic and travel that we do is properly resourced, whether that's just making sure that the teams here think about the locality, putting something back into the locality. So here at Mercy we're doing Walk of Warwickshire this year, so we're trying to raise money for local causes. We do that at all of our stations, so it's just trying to get them to be more a part of the community.
How do you see the stations progressing in the future with rising competitions from stations like Capital and things like that?
Well, I don't think there's no more competition today than there was when we bought them in terms of the number of stations. Clearly all stations try to improve all the time, and we just need to respond to that. But I think we're in a good position in that our stations are increasingly the only local game in town, because there's so many of these other stations are becoming more national, more networked.
How do you compare the stations to a station like BBC Radio 1?
I think we're doing a different thing.
Yeah.
We're playing pop music like Radio 1 does, but lots of stations play pop music. We're trying to be a local station that gives people the music they like, but with the entertainment that they want and the information that they want and the sense of belonging that they want to their locality. If you don't care about where you live and you're not bothered about what happens in your patch, then you'll probably be perfectly happy listening to Radio 1. But if you do care about where you live and want to know about what's going on locally, then a Mercia or Beacon or B&B is right for you.
In terms of the media industry itself, do you think that the need for local commercial radio is dying?
No, I think it's probably greater than it ever was, really, because I think localness is important. It's not the only thing that's important in the media, and we live in a country where we've got a mix of local and national media, and I think local media are under attack. Newspapers are declining in circulation. BBC local radio is being threatened with cutbacks. The commercial sector has seen a decline in localness. I think that could be taken too far. And I think there is a place for localness, and I think there's a value to being local, and there's a lot of local businesses out, for example, who advertise with us, who need a local outlet. So it's important that we're here. We're part of the fabric of the life of the cities that we serve.
Have you found that the audience figures have increased since you've taken over?
Yeah, in 4 of the 5 stations, so in the east in Hart, which is now Gem, audiences have gone up. In Beacon, Mercia and Wyvern, audiences have all gone up. The only station where we haven't seen that increase yet is BRMB, and to be fair, we changed the breakfast show on BRMB and then we've had to change it again, so we had a bit of a false start really, and I think it's just taken us a bit of time. So I'm very confident that at BRMB our audience figures will go up. So yeah, we're doing okay.
Have you got any interesting big future plans going on for them?
Not really. We just want to run the stations that we've got and try and run them better, and the better we run them, the more local we make them in terms of connecting with the audiences. I think the bigger the audiences will be.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.